Yo, what's up guys? Steve Reese here again from Does It Doom, where we feature weekly guitar lessons and gear demos in the stoner, doom, and sludge metal genre. So if that's your type of thing, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more weekly doom content. In today's video, we are going to be breaking down Funeralopolis by Electric Wizard, the second track off the Dopethrone album. Originally, this song had the guitars tuned to A sharp and was in the key of A sharp minor. For this lesson, we're going to be doing it how they do it live, and have done it live for many, many years at this point. It's going to be guitars tuned to B standard in the key of B minor. So get your shit tuned up. I'm going to zoom in, do a quick demo, then we're going to break it down riff by riff. Check it. Alright guys, so as I mentioned in the introduction, this song requires that your guitar be tuned to B standard and is going to be played in the key of B minor. The first riff here is played with the hyperfuzz kicked off, and it still has a bit of grit to it, but not a super overdriven tone. Uses the natural minor scale and goes like this. So you've got that root note going, the octave up at the 12th fret on the 6th string. And that is a minor 6th at the 8th fret. So kind of that root 5 power chord shape. Down to the 5th fret. So this is a perfect 4th and a root, and he's going to kind of take that root and hint it a half step up, which is that minor 2nd interval from the Phrygian scale. So that's how it's played live. Now in the original version of the song, It's more freeform, and there's a few differences. And I'm just going to run through it real quick, and you can listen to the record. It's pretty easy to get, but one additional thing that they add in is this minor third note, which is the 6th string third fret, and otherwise it's the same sort of thing. It's all played on the 6th string on the album, no 5th string stuff, and sort of just running through it quickly. So just kind of going like that, playing around a little bit. You know, sometimes it's just the, sometimes it's. So kind of cool. And during that part, Just has a really cool lead part, which we'll talk about later. But at the end of that, they sort of come to this this note down here and end on this note and kind of. So that's where the distortion is going to kick in, and I'm kicking on the hyper fuzz. So. So you see it's the same sort of intervals as we used before in the earlier part of the introduction, but this time using root 5 power chords mostly. Sometimes Liz will be doing the root 5 power chords, and Just will come through and just kind of do it single note runs, as you saw me just do it now. But one interesting thing is kind of those. Bending those power chords up a half step, so. And then to end that section, live anyways, they do this pretty cool. So kind of, instead of bending the chord this last time, he kind of hits it, makes a root 5 power chord at the first fret, so an open root 5, and then does a pick scrape, and pulls off to that chord. So this little riff here uses some cool intervals based around this root, the open 6th string root, and the 12th fret root 5th power chord. but then also using the minor second interval, and which is from the Phrygian Mode, and the major seventh interval, which is from the Harmonic Minor Scale. So two really doomy intervals, which I talked about before. And then kind of finishing it with just straight, minor pentatonic or natural minor notes. So. Then the next riff of the song is where it starts to speed up. And this riff uses the blues scale, basically. You're going to have the open root 5 power chord. So that's a B. And then you're sliding from this root 5 power chord to the 6th fret down to the 5th fret. This 6th is the flat 5 of the scale. That's the blue note. So you got the flat 5, the perfect 4th, the minor 3rd. I've seen at the end of that riff, he sort of, it's not even a half step, but almost like a quarter step. So sometimes while Liz is playing the power chords, Just will just do the single notes. And then the last riff of the song is back to sort of using those intervals from the opening and sort of scale from the opening. So the same sort of notes we were playing in the opening, just a bit different rhythm. And the slide down is important. I think it adds a really nice character to it. So that takes us through the main riffs of the song. Just want to talk quickly about the lead pattern. So the first lead comes on during the intro, and it's basically just minor pentatonic in the key of B minor. It does use what I've heard sort of like in live performances, he will use the major second note, which is taken from the natural minor scale. And the blue note will work here as well, but the main minor pentatonic pattern he's using is so like I said, I've seen it where he throws in that major second. But it's just the first solo, he doesn't have the hyper fuzz kicked on and is just sort of really bluesy. I've got a backing track for you. If you haven't checked it out, I recommend that you do. You can just kind of jam over it. Really cool stuff. And then later on in the song, kind of over that, he's got a faster lead that's got all the overdrive on, got the hyper fuzz kicked on. Live, he's using a wah. But I'll just run through a little bit of soloing over that intro since I have the backing track and it sounds kind of cool. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Please remember to leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you thought. Don't forget to like the video. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel because I make these things every week. So until next time, Tony Iommi is your friend.